but you cannot go more than 2 to 3 minutes maximum without oxygen. You need to drink water. I can prop up my phone here on my bins, right? We want to have a happy life. And in order to have a happy life, we need to take care of these things. Hey, y'all. Got some tea for you. Yeah, it's Twilling's English breakfast tea, because it's morning. This is my breakfast tea. Cheers. I'm going to make this a short one. Have you ever heard of Matthew Walker? Well, he is the #1 leading expert in the world on sleep and how important it is. And he's a professor in a university in California, but I believe he's either Australian or English because he has an accent. Well, I heard a reminder on the radio this morning when I was driving to my day parking spot from my night parking spot, and he gave a reminder. The host of the radio station gave a reminder on sleep, how important sleep is to our health, our mental health, how our day is going to go. And it really brought to mind, and it was a great reminder for me. So I want to remind you also. And I want to talk about water and about sleep, how important both of those are. But Matthew Walker, I really implore you to get online and see some videos on him. And because in this short of time, I can't really tell you everything, but this is going to be your reminder. Matthew Walker, he is fascinating. And I'll just read a little bit of the transcript here. And he says, basically why he thinks that he argues that sleep is the single most effective thing you can do to reset your brain and body, which we got the brain, we got the body, it's all ours. But this is the vessel that holds us, holds our souls, and we want it to work properly. Sleep is the most critical. We want to have a happy life. And in order to have a happy life, we need to take care of these things. And he says to reset your brain and body health. And he says, I don't say this flippantly. It's not as though I'm diminishing exercise or diet. Those two things are absolutely critical. But if I were to take you, the individual, and deprive you of exercise for a day, deprive you of food for a day, deprive you of water for a day, or deprive you of sleep for a day, 24 hours, and I were to map your brain and body impairments, it's not even a competition that one night of lost sleep relative to those other things, it just dwarfs. The only other thing that it would dwarf is #1 is oxygen. That's why I say do not smoke, do not vape. You can go 24 hours or 3 days without water. You will, that would be horrible. But you cannot go more than 2 to 3 minutes maximum without oxygen, or you will die. So yes, sleep, he's late of exercise, diet, water, and sleep. Oxygen's #1. That's yeah, you can't go more than 2 days, 2 hours. You can't go more than 2 minutes. Bloop, bloop. Okay. But of all those other things, sleep is the most critical. Sleep is so important. Now, I just want to remind you, you need to sleep. He has so many great ideas. Another thing too is, for me personally, is I'll tell you my story about last night. Every once in a while, I get caught up in the rabbit hole. And for me, the rabbit hole are shorts and reels. Like they have different names, shorts or reels. Basically, I think a lot of it came from TikTok. They're like 1 to 2 minutes worth of a little information thing or a little entertainment for our brains, right? That's what we want to call it. It's entertainment, right? But it can be a rabbit hole, because what happens is what I do, and I know a lot of people do, they scroll. They say, oop, next, and then it just leads. And what it is, it's like the rat that keeps pushing the lever to get a pellet. And so there's like a reward, there's like a dopamine push. We want that dopamine, and it becomes a habit. And I guess we do get a reward from it because it entertains us. And we're constantly looking for that new thing. It's like, oh, this is what I was looking for. But even when we get something really important, we tend to keep scrolling. It becomes almost an obsession. If you know what I mean. I know some of you say that's ridiculous, but it doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while it does. I don't know what my brain needs when it does it. Maybe I feel alone. I feel lonely at the moment. I just want to, but I'm constantly searching for something really mind-blowing. And so I keep scrolling. Well, yeah, last night I did it. I did it again. Oh my God. Oops, I did it again. Remember that song, Britney Spears? Yeah, well, all of a sudden I looked. I was watching the time a little bit, but I was ignoring it. All of a sudden, it got to be 8:30. That doesn't sound like much to you. 8:30, oh my gosh, I don't go to bed until like 10:30, 11 o'clock. But I get up very early because I have a lot of things that I like to do during the day. And I like to start early. And I just enjoy going to bed. What I do is I pull out my bed and I lay it out here. If you're new to my channel, I don't have a build out. I have my bedding is under here, and I have a sleeping bag rolled up right there. I do have more padding now, and I won't go into that, but I do have good padding, and I roll it out. I make my bed, put my pillows here, and then I can prop up. I can prop up my phone here on my bins, right? And then I can lay here. I can watch a movie. Sometimes last night I was busy editing a video. And so it kind of kept me awake a little bit. I was online. It kept me awake. But then I started scrolling. It's like, well, I haven't had time to watch a movie. I guess I can scroll for a little bit. It got to be 8:30. I'm usually closing my eyes around 7. That might sound really early to a lot of people. But I like to get at least 8 hours. Sometimes I get 9, and I just feel so wonderful. I really do. It just resets my brain, and it resets my body and my brain, like Matthew Walker was talking about. Well, it got to be like 8:30, and I thought I really didn't want to stop scrolling. It was like an obsession, and I call it the rabbit hole. And so I didn't. So then once I closed my eyes, that scrolling kind of got my brain going. I don't like to be online much unless it's watching a movie or something. And then if I'm listening to something, if I'm scrolling, if I'm watching something that is too stimulating, it's hard to fall asleep. Yeah. Okay, so I really only got like around 6.5, 7 hours last night. And it's a little wacky today. I'm getting things done, but I'm way behind. I had to skip the gym, which I don't like to do. And I'll go to bed early tonight. I don't think I'll take a nap. So I just wanted to remind you all about sleep. It's very important that you get sleep. Anything that will keep you from sleeping, most of my viewers are older, we're older, and we kind of know our bodies a little bit. We know what can keep us up. Some people actually take a drink at night. There are people who drink at night, hard liquor. Actually, they say that actually keeps you from getting a good night's sleep, just so you know that. Taking a drink or taking sleeping pills or anything like that is not good. You want to do things in a natural form. In fact, let me just remind some of you that they're now listing alcohol as one of the worst things in the world that you can put in your body other than poison. But alcohol is a bit of a poison. It doesn't just affect you. So, oh, my liver. No, it affects all the organs. If you want to research that, I would. Say, what are the new effects, the new findings on alcohol? That drinking 1 glass of wine a day has been debunked years ago. It's not good for you. Any bit of alcohol is bad for you. Just so you know that. If you want to say, well, I'm going to drink, I'm still going to drink every once in a while, do it at your own risk, but it will suffer your body. It will age you, and it ages your organs. Another thing too is you don't want to eat a lot of food right before going to bed. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to be scrolling like I just talked about. You don't want to be doing anything that's really going to overstimulate you. Now, what about the coffee? Coffee. They do say, Matthew Walker, find out what he says about coffee. He does say that coffee can and will impair your good rest, your good sleeping. Because people say, well, I don't have dreams. So I've had people tell me that, say, oh, I never dream. Of course you dream. Everybody dreams. everybody dreams. Yeah. What they have found that they would put those monitors on their head, and they could tell when they were in the REM, rapid eye movement, which means that they were dreaming, and they would wake them up. They were constantly interrupting their dreams. Yeah, that actually could make you go crazy. Yeah. Okay, so get good sleep. Now, here's the other one. Water. You need to drink water. You need to drink it all day long. You know what I'm going to do, by the way, oh, this is BPA free, but I want to get a stainless steel. I'm going to get a stainless steel water bottle. I'm going to actually start going, I know it's going to be expensive, listen to this. I'm using those Arizona jugs, and I've had some of them for over a year now. Well, I'm going to go with stainless steel jugs. I looked on Amazon. Oh my gosh. I suppose I could start going to like secondhand stores, see if I can find them, but no. I'm just going to order them. It's going to be an expense, but I'm going to do it for my own health. I'm going to get the stainless steel. And on Amazon, the ones that I found, they're like $39 a piece. I know. So it's like $40. And then probably going to be tax on it too. And I carry 7 gallons with me, so 7 times 4, it's almost $300. But I think my health is worth it. I really do. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm not going to do it till I get to Tucson, because I just don't want to have that big package coming and then I have to pick it up. This way I can just have it delivered to my daughters and do it that way. But you do need to drink water. And for me personally, I drink about a half a gallon a day. I don't know if that's too much water. I do a lot of it in tea now. I make my tea. And I also drink herbal tea. So if you say, well, there's caffeine in here and it runs water through you. Well, I believe that tea has less caffeine in it than coffee. And I don't know how bad that it leaches water out, runs water through your system too quickly. But I drink a lot of tea. I drink about 4 things of tea of this, okay? And 2 of these are herbal teas, right? And then I also I'm not drinking this as often as I was before because of my tea, but I'm drinking about half of this. So I'm getting good water. But those water, oxygen first, so don't smoke, okay? You need oxygen. And sleep is next, and water. Okay, so those are your reminders, everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to give a short little video out for you, a little message, okay? I hope you have a really good day. Get some sleep, drink some water, yeah, and read scripture. It's good stuff in there, yes. It's good to listen what he has to say to us, okay? Bye, everybody. Mwah.